hesitate?
Disgraced knight come to lecture me about loyalty?
Say what you will, witch. I will atone for my transgressions when I claim your head.
I have soldiers already. You told Thomas I needed more than this.
Not much further.
Goodbye.
Together.
I lose? Curse this feeble flesh.
Seize the witch. It's time she told us the truth.
Don't let her teleport again? Just like cut her head off this time?
What a horrible way to treat a saint.
Your mages have met their end, Cornelia. And soon, so will you. You cannot warp yourself out of this.
Can she though?
Let me ask you again. What became of my stepmother? Does she yet live?
No, long dead, I'm afraid. She killed the husband who kept her from the sweet little daughter she loved so dearly, only to lose her own life at that same daughter's hand.
You can't mean...
Didn't I already tell you? Your stepsister has the answers. So this body has reached its end. How pitifully frail you all are.
Yeah, not bad.
Alright, pretty good. The Doom is going to be MVP, I'm calling it here. Unless I'm wrong, which is very unlikely.
I've got this.
I need to be stronger.
Alright, not bad.
War feeds my...
Alright, I'm getting decent level ups out of the from everyone.
Is that it?
You got magic up, which is fine. Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah. Of course it was going to be you.
There is little time for either.
Strength, luck, and defense? Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it.
If I seek the truth, I'll have to retrieve it from the Emperor herself. Cornelia said as much before her spirit left this realm. Only a fool would take that temptress at her word. But I do believe there is truth to her claim. Edelgard knows something. The Empire was surely involved in my father's death. And perhaps she was as well.
Hold on, Boar. You owe us all an explanation here. The Emperor is your stepsister?
My apologies. I suppose I never mentioned it.
So if I've got this straight, after you were born, your dad got remarried to her mom?
Correct. Though the truth of my stepmother's background was never revealed to the public, as you can imagine. Of course, all that is in the past now. There was no reason to keep hiding it from my closest allies.
Your Majesty, if I may, I can handle the explanation.
That will no doubt prove faster. You knew my father many years longer than I did.
It all started 20 years ago, when a dreadful plague ravaged Ferdiad. King Lambert's wife was among those claimed by its spread. In hopes of bringing an end to the epidemic, the king sought experts from across the land, scholars, doctors, mages. Among those, it was an imperial scholar by the name of Cornelia who finally turned the page on our suffering and put an end to the pestilence.
Oh yes, I've heard about that. She helped develop many of the districts in the capital as well, didn't she? It's a little weird to think she's the one who planned out the places we all lived.
They even used to call her a saint. What could have happened to her to make her so different?
Interestingly enough, she never asked for any kind of reward for her feat. Well, at first. In lieu of any compensation, monetary or otherwise, she requested that we rescue one of her old friends from the Empire. Which is the story of how the late king came to meet his future wife, Lady Patricia. Or should I say, Lady Anselma.
I don't get it. Why would she need saving?
I'm not sure of all the details myself, but I know she was banished from the court after becoming involved in some sort of political dispute. Lambert always did have a soft spot for those in need. And of course, in the thick of all that, the two developed feelings for each other. It's difficult to say for sure if it was love, but it was something. Anyway, that's all I have.
Looking back on the events now, it's hard to know just how much of it was part of Cornelia's plot. In any case, I must learn more about my stepmother's death. I have no doubt it connects in some manner to the truth about the tragedy. Who was Cornelia working for? And what was Edelgard's role in all of it? If I truly want to know, well, there's only one person I can turn to.
You want to get answers from the Emperor of the very region we're at war with? Is that even possible? I mean, Edelgard is our enemy. She and her like have stamped the life out of so many of our allies. And we've done the same to hers. I don't see how the two sides could just sit down for a chat after all that.
Perhaps not. Make no mistake, she is still our bitter enemy. But I've no other choice. We've extracted all the information we could from the Western Lords. And as Cornelia has departed this world, the Emperor is the only one left we can turn to. Gustav, I'll be leaving reconstruction of the West to you and the Baron.
Understood, Your Majesty. Do you mean to make Ferrari and Rome?
Indeed I do. Even the most impregnable fortress in all Fodland cannot hold off an onslaught forever. I know not how or when Edelgard will make her presence known.
Oops.
But we must hold the Silver Maiden by any means necessary.
Wait, is the next chapter the one which only one fight? There's no lead up? We just go to Arendelle and like just fight Edelgard?
Reunion at the Fortress City.
The Kingdom Army crushes the Western Lords, and with them, the budding Civil War. But amidst the chaos, Adrestia strikes at Arian Road. Dmitri marches on the Fortress City at once, and challenges the Emperor herself to save those trapped within the Silver Maiden's walls.
I think this might only be like one thing. I know there's at least one chapter like that.
Our forces have already pulled out of Arendelle territory and withdrawn to the fortress city of Arianburg. The same city which finds itself now besieged by the Imperial Army.
Most troubling, Your Majesty. The Knights of Saros dispatched their very best to the scene, but they find themselves at the sword end of the Emperor's personal guard. Still, the Citadel will not fall easily. The stalemate could continue for some time yet.
Can we really afford to wait, though? Arian Road supplies have got to be running thin by now.
If we go without proper preparation, the Imperial Army will simply crush us.
Agreed. We should be using the time we have to strike in a manner most favorable to our situation. What we need to do is sever the Imperial supply chain. Then, overwhelm and exterminate the withering remains of Edelgard's army.
Hold on, you want to win the whole war in one go?
Indeed I do. We have been gifted the opportunity of a lifetime, and I do not intend to let it slip through my fingers. It will be a pincer attack, with the fortress at the Empire's front and our battalion at their rear. Even with their larger numbers, we will hold the advantage.
All the more so with the Knights of Ceros in charge of defending Aryan Road.
And even if the Emperor herself escapes, we'll have still dealt a huge blow to the Empire's military.
Oh, I feel nervous all of a sudden. I never expected we'd reach a decisive battle like this so soon. Will we truly be able to win?
Rise everyone's spirits.
I know we can. The terrain here is in our favor. As long as we press that advantage, we'll come out on top.
Let us rally the troops, Your Majesty.
Yes. Onward. To victory.
There we have it. The Empire and the Kingdom finally squaring off in broad daylight. What a fascinating development. And a troubling one.
I am well acquainted with that look of yours, Claude. What could you be scheming this time? If I recall, you made a similar face the other afternoon when we swept aside the Imperial Army ourselves.
Hey, don't get the wrong idea. I'm just contemplating the fate of the Alliance the only way I know how.
Don't worry about him, Lawrence. He doesn't always look it, but Claude takes his stuff seriously. I promise.
She's right, you know. I'm constantly thinking about our next plan of action. Thankfully, the Empire's turned its beady little eyes away from us for now. It seems they're focusing all their attention on the West. And we owe that title shift to Duke Gloucester's famed betrayal. The former Duke Gloucester, I mean. Thanks to him, we managed to run the Empire clean out of Leicester. But there's more to their strategy shift than that.
Do you speak of the unrest within the kingdom? Such internal struggles would certainly leave them rather defenseless in the wake of an attack. But the situation may change anew at any moment. We mustn't grow complacent. If they emerge victorious against the kingdom, it is difficult to imagine what course of action the Imperial Army would take next.
Yeah. Whatever happens in this battle, it'll shape the future of Fodlan for years to come. I might be brilliant, but even I'm having trouble predicting who's going to come out on top. But whoever it is, I bet anything we'll need to strike a deal to keep them at bay. I guess we should be ready for either outcome. Oh, and Lawrence, I'll be asking all sorts of little favors from you, so plan on being busy for a long while.
If needs must, I would do anything for the Alliance.
We can't stand in the crossfire between the Kingdom and the Empire forever. It's high time the Alliance grabbed the reins of history and started steering in our own direction.
Alright, do we have a full... We do have a full map. Okay, so this isn't the one that we need to just straight to the fight. So there's 7, we got 6 fights. Probably not gonna get to the main fight today, that's fine. Cannot hold any more supplies. What? We got support conversations between the Duo and Annette. Well deserved, you guys did great during that last fight. Alright, cool.
What is it?
What's the matter? Having second thoughts? Don't worry about it, you're human after all. A little wavering is only natural. Trust in me, I'll guide you to the right answer.
Do you have a moment?
Forgive me for asking, but I would appreciate it if you did not divulge information regarding my father and stepmother. I thought it appropriate to share with those I trust, but many people will consider it a scandal. Agree with him. Got it, mum's the word.
You have my thanks.
Yeah, my gratitude, Chaz. I guess even nobles have it tough sometimes. I suppose so. I could prefer that everyone were free to live their lives as they please. I know not how long it will take, but I could dare say to see such a word realized. No problem, dude. You got it.
What do you say?
They showed up from Dusker on just pretending to help so they can stab us in the back, are they? We fought like 3 battles with them now. Just relax. The volunteers, so most of them are probably on good terms with Fargus, but some might still hold a grudge, and have to admit it's kind of nerve-wracking, hoping they will watch my back on the battlefield. Relax, dude.
Did you need something?
House Rogue betrayed the Empire and affected the kingdom when Arendelle was built. That was why both the Empire and the kingdom have long held in contempt for their wavering of loyalty. It's quite likely the Count has developed something of an inferiority complex over time. Nevertheless, this is a prime example of what happens when you bet the hand, or in the case, hands that feeds you. Count Rose confident Lord Grundle was in charge of Arendel's arsenal. He went missing when the court surrendered, meaning he's undoubtedly with the enemy now. We should have hunted him down before, left no stone unturned. Yeah, show optimism. I'm sure it's fine. The King Knights of Seros are guarding Arendelle, right? Yeah, but what if the enemy knows about some hidden passage we don't? Calling the siege could barely be accurate, and at that point we could be able to win when there's 100 Kingdom Eaters running around. I don't know, 100 of him is a lot. I think we wiped the floor with them. You really think so? Wait, that's not the point here. This is just all this fancy talk. We got some tough battles, but something tells me this one's going to be particularly harrowing. My father said he could lend us a hand as well, but who knows when that will happen. Alright.
How can I serve?
The Imperial Army has kept quiet for a good while. They only now suddenly made a move. Either they figured out our primary forces are leaving the stronghold, or perhaps they're assembling enough soldiers to crush them regardless. In either case, the battle sure should be arduous. We must brace ourselves for the worst. I'm having gratitude to be returning to the south, so reaching my limit, which is cold. But now instead of cold, Lady Edelgard is coming here. I'm thinking both are strong enemy, but it must be overcoming. Arendelle, huh? I can't believe this is how I'm returning to Road territory. I guess it's a former Road territory now. Things have really changed, haven't they? Before the war, I never had imagined I'd have been in this situation. I've been one damaging battle after another, from the capital all the way to Arendelle. Still, so long as I'm with you, I know we'll get through it somehow. Although I suppose it's always the overly optimistic people who ends up dead. Guardian Commander, nothing to report. The Kingdom Army and the Knights of Seros will be putting everything they got into defending of the enemy. You gotta help them as soon as possible. In the meantime, consider these gates kept by me, of course.
Supplies are the lifeblood of any army. Everything has its use. How can I be of service?
Margaret got here has a wife who held from the Empire. The first child she bore is that scoundrel, Lord Necklin. Then, while pregnant the second child, she fled to the northern castle and avoided the epidemic that was spreading at the time. That is when she lost her life in the string raid. Such a tragic story. So weird. I feel like being at a war with our own people for so long now. I'm glad we got all that squared away. Fighting it's a lot easier when you haven't don't have guilt dragging you down. Agree with her. Yeah, for me, morale really affects how people fight. Totally. Now I'll focus on busting up the Imperial Army. Bernadette, you still in here? Although I heard Edelgard's going to attack us, I know Arendelle's supposed to be great for hiding, but still, no, we're safe from Edelgard. Alright, well. Have you considered getting over it?
On that note,
My father and uncles are secured in the Western Front. They should be fine for now. Shrine was still a no-show, though, despite how bad the situation was. Simon, my cousin, not sure. Simon, he's the heir to House Dominic. Yeah, he's in the Empire. He doesn't get along with my uncle very well. Doesn't just disappear at the drop of a hat. He's not a bad person or anything, but I really wonder where he is. Oh, I'm just so nervous. We're going against the Emperor's personal guard, aren't we? Ah. Aside from the Empire's forces overwhelming, I wonder if we'll make it all back safely. Encourage her. Don't worry, Mercedes. As long as we stick to the plan, we'll win for sure. Ah, sorry. Yes, you're right. No one can win. We just have to give it our best, right? Please be careful out there, Shaz. It cannot dare another friend to get hurt. Excuse me, hold on, 1 sec.